morning, Swirly Nation, and welcome to Detroit, Michigan for the Detroit Challenger Series. The first game of the Detroit Challenger Series for your Pens Elite will match the Chicago Fury against your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. So it's a reasonably timed 11 o'clock start here for the Pens Elite. We have a tough setup here, folks, as we're smashed up against the glass. We're going to do the best we can to bring you the live feed as well as the play-by-play. You should be able to reach over to there. Can you or no? There we go. So we're underway here. Let's get you the starting lineups as we get everything set up. As you can tell, camera feed, we're actually bringing this game to you. We'll talk about between the glass. We're in the penalty box, folks, with the camera feed. As your starting lineups in net for the Penguins, number 1, William Hanner. On defense, 34, Rylan Ofterhide. And probably, 16, Dalton Julius. Up front, the wings, 18, Carter Schub, 9, William Sproul, at center, number 24, Brady Paris. Penguins have had the puck in the Fury end as a backhander blocked out front by Sproul. Reel will pick it up. He goes, I thought he was passing it to the point there again. My vantage point, not going to be able to bring it absolutely everything as Reel possessed the puck and spun around in the offensive zone. It'll be kicked back out the center where Star goes D to Kaminsky. Now it's Filiaggi into the offensive zone. A fake one-way shot from outside blocked by the Fury netminder. Sent back in the middle. And the Fury will break things out, but Evans will try to pick it up at center. He'll turn with it, bank it in directly off the boards back to the Fury blue line. D to D go the Fury as they try to regroup. Harry O'Hara will send it in for the Fury into the corner. Jake Starr there to pressure Filiaggi with nice follow-up and puck support. Puck pops free. It'll be Jake Starr carrying through center. He's got Evans on the outside. Reel driving the middle. Evans will center drive. Reel goes to the high slot. Starr carries it into the corner where he's cut off by the Fury. He'll maintain possession, though. Battle ensuing in the corner. Puck pops free to Filiaggi covering for Starr. He'll find Evans. Evans rims it in behind as the Penguins are looking to change. A full line change here for the Pens. As the puck's picked off by Carter at center, he's knocked down, spinning to the ice, and back come the Fury. Merlot will pick it up at center ice. The Pens will look to regroup. A great puck possession play there, able to get it over to Armstrong, who passes a nice area toss into the middle looking for Wu. It was deflected by a Fury stick back out the center, and the Pens will enter the zone offside.
Unbelievable barn here, Jeremy. Just an old beauty that they apparently are tearing down, and it's interesting looking in the corners. I don't know what our camera will show. It must be tough to see, but the ice is up to the top of the yellow dasher on the bottom in the corners, and then about 5 inches lower behind the net. So almost a little mogul action if you're going to be cycling down there in this ring.
That's the voice of color commentator. Oh, there's a chance for Armstrong and a sliding block by a Fury defenseman. Color commentator Colby Armstrong joins us here glass side at this, I think it's called Hazelwood. Hazel something. Hazel.
That was a great execution. That was great execution on the exit out of the zone. Good support. Got a line change in. Little D to D behind the net. Little center support. Popped it right out. Up the ice the Penguins went.
Also, this barn frigid.
Yes.
I can see my breath as we talk into the microphones here. A beautiful new audio setup for Cinnamon
Oh
Swirl,
my
huh?
goodness. I mean, the amount of resources put into this, ridiculous. And I mean, we missed Nick Paris, of course, executive producer, director, all around insane tech guy. He's pulled it all together for us here as him and his boy are back in the mix here with the Pens as they missed some time over last week's trip. I think, where were we? Buffalo, you missed?
Buffalo, yeah.
You were the one-man wrecking crew on that one. But we got Paris riding shotgun again. And he brought some new toys with him.
Yeah, the new audio system as it's Rinbro. We missed you when you were in Vegas.
That's right, yeah.
So Evans able to clear it out through center. Ben's able to get Real onto the ice. He almost dislodges the puck, but Evans will skate into it. Real couldn't clear the zone in time, and the Pens will be offsides.
So I noticed I watched Mission and Caesars before this game. Same referees out here. Did a good job last game in that earlier game today. Let them play a little bit more physical and maybe some games we're used to, or you can see, but game ended in a tie. It was a really good game to watch, so we'll see if the action is much the same in this one.
It'll be the Penguins hounding the puck in the offensive zone. Filiaggi in on the forecheck. Evans there in support. It'll be Evans coming away with it. He looks and has Merlot. Merlot's stick lifted at the last moment. A nice play coming off the wall there, looking for the defenseman streaking down the middle. Villela will chase it down in the Penguins' end. A great play there. Penguins,
Yeah.
Filiaggi with the pressure, tied up along the boards. Evans comes in support, picks it up, finds a streaking player, and a nice defensive play to just get that simple play, a stick lift there. And the Pens will dump it in. It's a non-icing play, and the Fury will try to stretch it as the Pens complete another line change. Doing a good job getting quick line changes here. Cold Barn, that'll be important for the kids on the bench not to get cold if they're taking 45-second to a minute shifts. As a centering feed from Wu, off the stick of Sproul, trickles wide of the net. Off the stick of Carter. Off the right, will pick it off at center and find Armstrong. Into the offensive zone, onside play. As the battle will happen at the Fury blue line, it's tipped out to center, and Julius will regroup in the Pens end. Nice stop and start reversal there. He'll get it to Wu. Wu sends it off of a Fury stick right to Armstrong, who finds a streaking Carter. Carter to Wu, and it's knocked off of his stick, and back comes White. Evan White for the Fury. Throws on the brakes, centering feed. Nice defensive play in front by Kaminsky to tie up the streaking Chicago Fury player. Puck work to the side, centering feed, and a beauty by White over to the Fury. I mean, the Pens have had all the action here early, and that's how quick the Fury team can strike. Their real first heavy pressure on the Penguin side results in a beautiful centering pass from White and a one-timer.
It's a little movement from low to high and then back down low, and guys trying to pick up and cover, and when you can execute some plays, you can see the decisions that it has players making, and Penguins caught trying to decide who's got the low guy, who's got the net front, and then good execution, tic-tac-toe, backdoor one-timer, Fury up 1-0.
So the Penguins have had great play here, good scoring chances. They keep playing this way, they'll even this up pretty quickly, I think. That puck knocked off a Sproul's stick, and it's White again. He's a playmaker, carries it into the Penguin zone. It goes off the stick of Hanner, and it's rimmed around for Schub, who's able to find Paris. A nice breakout there by the Pens, and there's White breaking that up at center. Paris stays with it, looks for Schub. It bounces just over the stick of Sproul, who's able to kind of regroup and snap it back into the Fury zone, and the Fury defense will look to counterattack from there. It'll be picked off at center by Filiaggi, who's flying out there today. He'll carry it into the corner, supported by Schub. Schub firing it back to Julius, but in danger as he was pressured immediately. He's able to make a beautiful play to get possession, but the Pens hadn't yet been able to clear the zone.
It does a great little one-handed, now you see it, now you don't. Turned into David Copperfield, did Julius on that play. Nice, desperate defensive play with White, who can fly, right, Jeremy? Like
I think that was O'Hara, actually.
Oh, okay. I just saw hair.
There's a lot of that these days.
Yeah, a lot of flow.
Lots and lots of flow. Evans will pressure. Banked off the boards, but kept in by Ofterhide. A nice reverse behind the back pass there by Real as Evans pinned to the glass. Iliagi will come in. There'll be a battle. The Penguins created some scoring off of this last time, and they'll do it again. This time it's Ofterhide with a wrist shot off the glove. Penguins doing a better job in the puck support battle area as Filiagi picks it off at center. He'll drive into the middle. Firing one that skips wide of the cage. Evans there to continue the forecheck. He'll get control using the body as the Fury are able to outnumber the Penguins 2-1 and take the puck, but they'll tap it over to the opposite corner. I think that's Wu on the ice. He's in after it. Real spinning one back to the middle. All the way to Kaminsky at the point. Over to Starr. Penguins have fresh D and a fresh center iceman as Evans dances out of the corner. Fires one into the middle that's deflected behind the cage. Chased down by Real and cleared by the Fury. It'll be an icing. So the Penguins, again, lots of puck pressure there and some scoring chances in front, Colby.
Yeah, it was a good shift, good cycles, good bumps, good support, good rotations, puck movement, player movement. Very nice. You get the chance out of the corner. We saw your boy Cameron Evans attack out of the corner once they got an opportunity, and jumping on loose pucks is always key. I was wondering on that icing call, you got a line out there, obviously they're tired. I know you always take the icing, but it might be interesting on goaltender Hanner to touch that and play it quick up when you've got some momentum and things are rolling. Thinking outside the box, maybe too much.
It'll be a battle in the corner. Let's see if the Pens can create more offense off of this. Wu's tying up a number of Fury players as they dig in the corner. They'll come out to Brody Carter. It's knocked off of his stick as he tried to drive the net. It ends up back with Carter, and he'll find Starr for a shot from the point. That shot's blocked and sent all the way back down again by the Fury. It's icing another time.
Grinding work by that Wu line down in the corner. Players holding good position, trying to battle down low. Eventually get it out to the top. Starr, just a little block shot. Just enough to get an icing. Some good offensive zone shifts here by the Penguins, though.
That's what they got to keep doing. Back come the Fury now as they find Evan White all alone. He's in on net, and a full splits is by William Hanner. Sweet buttery crumpets. That was a nice stop. The Penguins Merlot trips over something coming out of the zone, but he's able to work it to Paris, who finds Shoup, who looks to the middle for Sproul. He'll wind and fire it off the side of the net. Into the corner it goes. Penguins will battle there. Can they keep it? Be tapped back out the center by the Fury, and the Fury will look for a line change. This will not be icing this time. As the Penguins, Villela gets there, he's got Merlot off the stick of Paris. Now Shoup, and Shoup will tap it forward. Paris in on the forecheck. Penguins outnumber along the wall as it's tapped back to the Fury defense. Right there, Sproul unable to get a stick on it. Now Shoup with the pressure. Fury player falls down at center. I'm not sure, he might have been tripped. No call. As an outlet pass attempt by Shoup gets picked off, and it's dumped back in behind the Pens net where Ofterhide will pick things up. Now the Fury with some offensive zone possession. D to D they go. Shot blocked by Shoup. Player down in the corner as the battle continues. It'll be Julius out the opposite side. He's got Shoup. Shoup dumps it in, and Evans will give chase. Maybe a little 4-foot tapper there to Evans would have been he might have been gone.
Pens get into trouble a little bit in their own zone there. You saw Julius just skated out the opposite side on the call. That's what they have to look 2 times. I think it was Ofterhide and Julius. Each took turns kind of turning it back into the traffic in the D zone. If they can get to the opposite side, the weak side of the ice, find more room and get some clean breakouts.
Starr rims it around. Evans unable to get control, and it'll be the Fury with a backside pass. Kaminsky gets a boot on it to keep it out. Or to keep it out, as they would say in Saskatoon.
Don't worry about it.
As I know, we have the Toontown tuning in on Cinnamon Swirl TV. As an outlet feed off Star up to Real. He couldn't get control, but he'll spin it back to the front of the net. Nobody home, so it'll be Filiaggi. He looks back to the point man, Kaminsky. Battle along the wall. All the way out to center where Real will get control. Real looking. Sends one right off the stick of a Fury player. Picked up by Star. Star will drive the offensive zone right down Main Street into the middle. Knocked off of his stick. To the corner it goes. Star will battle. His centering feed finds a Fury defender, but he'll stick with it. Driving back to the middle. Puck popped free. It'll be banked off out to the outside for a breakout pass by the Fury. Real on White, and White dances around. Real sends one in front for a taparoo. A little taparoo. The Pens stuck with it. A forward on D, who took a bit of a tough angle there as Evan White carries around and sends it back door for a tap-in.
White dangerous with that speed. See off the rush. In zone, Pens just maybe a little too individual at times. They could use each other a little bit, puck possession, creating chances. But once again, another off the rush and another nice little pass back door for that little one touch in, as we saw they got that the first time on some nice in-zone execution, this time off the rush.
I feel like we've centered the puck a couple times to no one. You know, we got to take a look there and we got to make passes, not just toss pucks where we think somebody should be.
There we go, off the weak side.
A nice reversal on the breakout, and out come the Penguins in the form of Wu through the neutral zone. Into the snow build up in front of the benches. The ice will get nothing but worse throughout, as we watched that earlier game. By the third period, we need snow plows instead of hockey sticks. It'll be off a boot back into the Fury end, so the Pens are going to need to kind of pick things up here a little bit. Banked off the boards and carried in by Campbell for the Fury. Cutting to the outside. He'll fire one off of a stick in behind Julius. Chases it down in the corner. He'll get possession. I heard a noise.
I heard a whistle. That might have been my daughters in the crowd screaming. I'm not. It looked like Wu actually stopped playing.
I thought so.
He was fooled by it.
Wu through the middle, fires one low off the pads. It'll be put into the corner by the Fury goaltender, where the Fury will look to run a breakout. They lead 2-0 here in a game that's been a little different. I feel like the Pens have had the better of the possession, but the Fury capitalizing on their chances. It'll be turned over by the Fury at center. Sproul gains the Fury line where he's overtaken. Puck pressure by Sproul as he leans on a Fury player, able to get it free, finds Shub. Shub cutting to the middle, knocked to the ice, and back comes Chicago. Up through center, gathered by Kaminsky and tapped over to Star. Star goes banking off the boards. He'll find it Paris at center. Knocked off of his stick and carried back into the Penguin zone, where the Pens will battle behind. It'll be Paris coming away with it. He looks for Sproul. It's just past his reach off the boards and kept in at the point. Now it'll be Star. Star to the corner looking for Paris. It'll be back to Star. This time he'll carry it to the corner. Able to escape and get out through center. Will dump it in, and Shub will give chase. Hunting the puck down in the corner, Carter Shub. Ties up a Fury player, frees it up for Paris. Paris back to Shub. Shub driving to the middle. Able to find Sproul, and he'll hammer one that misses the cage wide. It looked like a field goal kicker in the Steeler game last night. What was it, like three? The first three kicks went wide left. But this one will be Merlot picking it up.
Oh, nice.
Looking nice look off, reads the defense, drives down Main Street himself, carries into the offensive zone, centers it across for the stick of Sproul. He'll wind and fire, and he'll find the back of the net. A twisted wrister from William Sproul from the point through a screen. Has eyes, goes through. The Penguins make it a 1-goal game.
I think Sproul's had about 4 shots, maybe 5 directed at the net, but that one was all Merlot. Merlot with a fantastic look off in the neutral zone, speed up the ice, didn't waste a shot, turned back. Sproul filling in for Merlot, who jumped up, gets the puck, and we know he can shoot it. And that thing seemed to pick up speed as it was going and went right over the goaltender's shoulder with a little bit of traffic. I was wondering if that was going to get blocked again. From our vantage point right here, there seemed to be some legs and traffic in the lane, but
I felt like it went right by his shoulder almost.
yeah, it just hit him little little whizzed by his ear. I'm sure the goaltender heard a little going by his ear.
Yeah, because that William Sproul can absolutely hammer a puck. Bigliagi hunting the puck through center as it's dumped in by the Fury. Behind the net for Julius, who tries to stop and get control. That horn will indicate the end of the first period.
See what they can do. How many times we played this Fury team? Do we have statistics on that already this year? This is probably our 4th time, I imagine. So very familiar with this opponent and how they play. A good skating team that battles pretty hard, as we know. So I'm freezing, by the way. Are you?
It is minus 1,000 degrees in here.
I know. This is an old school barn.
This barn could cool a nuclear reactor.
And I don't know if I'm into standing up this long either.
Evans cuts to the middle. Will he get a good scoring chance? And he does, and it's off the glove, but it's tapped in by jumping Jack Reel. The real deal. Jack Reel puts in the Evans rebound. Evans right off the face-off, stormed inside of the defense, got a great shot that went off the glove and just didn't get by, but sat crease side for the old pickle stabber from Reel. Although I'd like to see him there turn and celebrate with the team.
Yeah,
but
I didn't notice, but I love the play right there. 2 steps, right? 1 step has that D-man shade to the outside, does Evans as he jumps to the middle with his speed, made it all happen. But good job following that play up. And Jeremy, 2 goals in 40 seconds now. In the last 30 seconds of that period, get a goal. Can the momentum carry on? Yes, it can.
Let's hope it does. Let's keep buzzing. Keep buzzing as Evans works in the corner. Knocks down a Fury player and moves on the littlest man on the ice. Oh. And they find Bigliagi, who's stopped by the pad on a 5-hole shot. A spinning centering feed all the way through to Villela. Kept at the blue line. Tapped in by Starr to the corner. Starr. All the way back to the half wall where Reel cranks one wide to the cage.
Oh, a little miscommunication there. Villela wanted to go. Evans let him go. Then they a little stomped.
You go, no, you go. No. How about you go? How about your turn? It was like a Canadian stop sign right there. No, you go. No, you go.
Canadian parking spot.
Yeah.
You have it.
You have it.
No, you.
Oh, you. It's your parking spot, not mine. The Fury in their own end. In fact, our 4th game against the Fury, thanks to producer Nick Harris, getting us the data. And we do have the Fury coming to Pittsburgh for a 3-game set later in the year. So this might be our most common opponent by the end of the season, and it's a great team to play. They're fast. They play the game well. Good, hard, clean hockey. And it'll be William Sproul carrying up the right wing side into the Fury zone. Stopping, turning, finding Armstrong. He'll look for Wu as he turns one in front that trickles just through the danger zone and is cleared by Chicago. No icing. Oh, it will be icing. It will have enough. I think it turned on its and rolled because the ice is starting to
it maybe got
chop.
On one of the hills here. As you see, it's higher in some points than it is in others, and it might have picked up some speed. I don't know. Is the ice tilted that way? It could be.
This whole building could be tilted. As Shub peels off the face-off. What a play there. Gets a shot that goes off the blocker's side. The Fury try to break out. They keep it at the point. It's Julius to Shub. Shub back to Julius. Possessing at the blue line. Knocked down on the play, both Penguins. As it'll be Paris picking it up. Good job coming on high above that defense there as the battle continues along the wall. Julius dumping it further. Shub with the pressure. Able to get control. He looks backside for Ofterheide. That pass is cut off, but Paris will keep it in. It's all Penguins pounding in the Fury zone, but it bounces over the stick of Julius skating into it. Campbell, he's got White backside. He hits him, and it's off the blade of his stick and wide. So that intense and quick counterattack there that comes on you fast from the Fury as William Sproul dangles into the offensive zone and puts it into a corner. Worked in behind. It'll be Shub still battling. Penguins In the Fury zone is Kaminsky. He'll crash down the boards to keep it in. Penguins forwards getting a change here. They'll get Real on the ice. Evans on the ice. With the puck in the offensive zone, this could be good for them as Kaminsky comes away with it. Now it's Real behind the net, pulling it around, finding Kaminsky at the point. Kaminsky back to Real. Filiaggi joins the play as Real dangles around one, sends it into the middle, picked up by Filiaggi, turning back to the point for Kaminsky. His shot bouncing. It's deflected just wide of the Fury cage. Cleared up but not out, kept in by Starr. His shot goes right off of his shin pad. The shin of Zerth. Getting on top of it though, Filiaggi able to maintain possession for the Penguins. He'll find Real streaking into the offensive zone. He's got Evans trailing him. He taps it forward, tries for a slap shot. And it was broken up by the Fury. It'll be Merlot now, who had a great play on that first Penguins goal. Real angles it into the offensive zone. Evans chases. Filiaggi in the corner. It's rimmed around but not out as it's kept in by Merlot. It finds the stick of Real. He'll shoot one down low. Rebound cleared all the way to the point but not out, kept by Villela. Villela driving in the outside, keeping possession. Real getting a change as they play it behind for Filiaggi. Filiaggi finding Armstrong, coming on strong. Carried around behind. Looking. He'll feed it cross ice to Merlot. He'll wind and fire one. Battled for in front, turning with it. Evans popping it up in the air, waved out by the Fury as they'll clear the zone all the way back. It'll be Merlot getting to it. Penguins will complete the rest of their line change as it's rimmed around for Villela. Villela fires it up the middle, but it's picked off by the Fury. Another advantageous chance there for Chicago that's shut down by the Penguins defense. Banked into the corner. Can't see what's going on. That's the corner I can't tell. There looks to be a rugby scrum. I think there's a football on the ice. As the Fury will come away with it, carry it behind, sending it low to high. Blocked shot out front, bouncing puck into the middle, hopped over Merlot's stick. Villela is going to bump into a Fury player, and we're going to get a penalty. We're going to head to the
double penalty. What's going on?
We have a body check call on Villela. That one I know.
Tripping penalty. The other ref threw his hand up out of nowhere. I don't know if it was the same thing. Yeah, they're unsure what to call tripping. Yeah, they got the right one. They're sorted it out. They called the same penalty, so they're just making sure. I was confused, Jeremy. I thought they were going to call two penalties for a second there. Did they get two penalties on them? Did they get double trip? I think
they're going to call two penalties, I think.
As they're explaining this to the...
I think the Pens will be 5-on-3 here. As Villela looks like maybe he's taking a body check and a trip. They are. They're going to call him for both. Oy.
Boy. That's awesome. You know what? You don't see that very often. Yeah. Getting complimented on my color commentary here from my ex-head coach, Mark Voigt of the Vengeance, who are playing next, another Pittsburgh team in the building.
Who do you guys play? They're going to take on the Ducks.
The Ducks.
The Ducks of Anaheim.
Did we play them yet?
We'll play them tomorrow.
We play them, yeah, okay. I saw
before the another Penguins team plays the Ducks. I think you have to go home for that one, bud.
Yeah, I got to be gone, yeah.
So for some reason, you're going to go watch
I got to drive
the Penguins Ducks, and I'm going to watch the Penguins Ducks.
That's
but
correct.
We're going to be at two different places.
Wow, that actually is correct, yes.
So the Penguins with a 5-on-3 penalty kill coming up. We're going to see, it looks like Paris, Julius, and Ofterhide, the three for the Penguins for 1:30. Let's hope this takes a full 1:30, Colby.
We'll see what happens here. Aye.
Working the puck around and just popping over a stick.
It's a right idea that they have, though. These 5-on-3s is the setup, getting the puck in the setup, and then getting through those seams as they tried to execute there. Their other 2 goals, Jeremy, of course, good backdoor tap-ins. So we'll see if they're looking for those little backdoor pop passes.
That's a trip. Penguins defenseman tripped in front, no call.
They try for that little back door right there. There was no call as Ofterhide looked like he was going to get a clear, and then all of a sudden was on his face.
Yeah, that's, I mean, if you're going to call double minor, you know, and put the Pens on a 5-on-3, you got to call the trip, the ensuing trip on the power play.
Oh,
As
good
Ofterhide
read.
with a dandy of a read to break the play up.
Yep.
30 seconds left in this 5-on-3 as it comes out front.
Hanner.
Foyt with the shot. Hanner equal to the task as White peels off the side, and they'll feed it back door for a tap in.
So I believe the initial first.
Hey, you got to call both ways.
Hey, you. Him.
Call it both ways. That's a trip. Pardon? No, I'm a parent. So the Pens will still have a 5-on-4 for 22 seconds.
Armstrong gets out of the box as he was serving the penalty, and Villela will remain in as he took both penalties. That's how it works. That's how it's operated. Icing right here. 15 seconds left, 3-2, 8 minutes left here in the second period. Game 1 of the Showcase weekend. What's this thing called?
The Challenger Series.
The Challenger Series.
Penguins participated in one in Chicago earlier.
I've got to say, my voice sounds better on this new mic setup. At least it does in my ears. Sorry for anyone else listening if I suck or sound terrible. I think I sounded like this is unbelievable. Setup right here. Nick Paris making us sound. I wish I could say sound and look good, but can only do so much, Jeremy.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody has enough makeup to make me look good. The Fury move it back to the point. Penguins looking to kill the last 6 of the penalty. The 2 penalties.
Here goes Villela.
Villela's out of the
Oh,
box.
he's got to get back in the play. What are we doing?
Called to the bench, and they'll put Schub on the ice.
All right, they dodge a bullet.
Well, they got one by the Penguins. Could have been worse. And the Pens will look to use some of the momentum from a pretty good penalty kill there.
Oh, this guy's dancing. We're low. Strong game. Blocking shots, picking off pucks, headmanning it nicely.
As Filiaggi cuts to the middle behind Reel and kind of tosses one back in front. Penguins kind of got tied up and bunched up on the 2-on-2 there. Schub working behind the net as it'll rim around.
And we've talked to the boys in those situations at times, right? Just you got to read off that puck carrier on a 2-on-2. So if he's going to cut in, you got to cut the other way, cause some confusion. Otherwise, we see that bunching up. Everyone kind of runs into each other. What a play by Ofterhide.
Ofterhide spinning one out the center. Evans has it. He'll find Schub. Schub will lift one in on net to the glove hand side.
Shuby just shoveled that thing instead of pulling it and ripping it, but hard to catch a pass cross body like that. I love the elusive play by Ofterhide. Headmans a puck right away off the rush. Away they go. That's efficiency in transition right there by the Pens.
Puck fired in front of the net. Filiaggi turns a backhander wide. Penguins back on the pressure here. Villela at the point. Has it poked off of his stick, and back come the Fury. Merlot back. Villela on a hustle back check. Evans takes the center of the ice as it's worked to the boards. Pens will outnumber the Fury in the corner, it looks like. Working for it, battling. Sent in front and off of Hanner and out to that calf wall. Battle in the corner.
seen a lot of this.
Real's got to get in there and support. He keeps kind of trying to sneak up the boards.
No one's in front of the net. Get Villela down in there a little bit.
As the Fury come away with it.
There it is,
and
44.
It's out in front for a tap in on the backside again, and it's 4-2.
That was just a grindy, ugly shift right there. I think it was just pinned in the corner. I think all 4 guys were laying down at one point, got up and just grit and worked it towards the front of the net. It bounced around a little bit and finally popped a big 44 on this Fury team. He just kind of hung around in there. Puck popped right to him, and he made no mistake on that gritty shift by the Fury down in the offensive zone. Took some time, but they eventually worked it to the front of the net, didn't they?
Yeah, and they were able to get it by. So the Pens have another 2-goal deficit to come back from. They've done it already. So it took kind of a Fury of 2 goals in a short period of time to get him back in. As a shot up high by White is fought off by Hanner. Back to the point as the Fury look to gain momentum from the most recent goal. A battle in the corner that came out in front. It'll be kept to the outside, bouncing puck. Picked up by Ofterheide and lofted out the center. It's getting hard to tell with all the flow. Ofterheide will retreat back behind the Penguins net as the Fury get a line change. He'll find Wu. Wu streaking up with Armstrong. He'll
offside.
Send it behind the Penguins forward, and it'll force the play offside.
See if these Pens can get the momentum going back. They were going good, and now it's just been snatched from them here by Fury, and getting a little sloppy again with puck control and puck movement and decision making, and we'll see if it can get back going again. Funny, hey, at this age, what it takes to get these guys feeling good and getting that little rhythm. Doesn't take really much. It takes one good shift, and they kind of all feed off of that. And if it starts to go a little bit tough, you can see how it affects the group a little bit.
And I always talk to my son about controlling the things you can control. Your effort and your attitude. And those are the things that can turn this stuff around. Keep your shoulders up. Body language good. Do the little things, do the work. And the good things will come from that. Fury with possession right now as they shoot one from the point. That's gloved down by Starr. Work to Sproul. Just misses his stick. It'll be turned back by the Fury at the blue line and dumped in by Paris. He actually wasn't able to get it deep enough for them to call the offside play, as the Pens had a player in the zone, and the Fury will come back the other direction. Off the side of Hanner, rimmed around for Sproul. He'll get to it, and the Pens will break things out. Off the skate is Schub. It'll be picked up by Kaminsky. He tries for Schub again, and it'll be an icing. No icing. Waved off. Schub battling in the corner. Biliagi in after it. Dislodges it for Real. Real, backdoor feed, has it, firing a shot is Merlot, and it's kept out.
Another good read by Merlot, just sneaking down the backside there. Seeing a little, everyone's collapsed on a little bit of a scrum, and good job by Real to find him on that backdoor play. Too bad he didn't shoot the other way. That's a one-timer, Jeremy, right there for the rubber man.
It'll be Real leaning over the dot in the offensive zone. Back to Merlot. Merlot centering one. Evans with the deflection.
There it is.
And he's able to tap it by. A little tapperoo for 43 Evans on the shot from the outside that he deflects. The rebound sat free. And that pickle stabber, Colby.
Yeah, there it is again. I mean, unbelievable game Merlot's having, too. Good reads, skating well, strong stick, making good plays as he, off a faceoff, when he doesn't just throw it, turn and throw it at the net, he kind of eludes a player on the wall. And, of course, off that faceoff play, they have it set up where they have too many guys, a couple guys net front. Evans does a great job positioning his body and his stick to receive that and get a piece of it and then finish it.
Penguins will work it into the corner. It's real. They scored in quick succession before. Evans carries around behind. Twisting, turning. They'll be tied up along the boards. A 2-on-2 battle. Penguins changing some of the defense behind.
This is the 8th rugby scrum we've seen of this game.
As they push,
Unsure
shove,
to
and
get
work.
3 guys in there.
And it'll be Real coming away with it. Knocked behind the net, picked up by White. Real's got to turn into that pressure there. He turned away from the forecheck. Now you need that pressure from F1. If you're that F1 spot, you have to go after that puck.
Icing.
As it'll be an icing by the Fury.
Yeah, they had him on the ropes a bit, and once you got him, you've got to force bad plays, force another battle on the other side, and keep the play alive in the offensive zone. Just gave them a little bit too much breathing room in those situations. I see Ofterhide over by the benches literally shoveling snow out from in front of the 2 gates that are there.
I told you in the third we might need snow shovels instead of sticks. As Star winds in.
There it is.
It is loose in front, and it's cleared wide by the Fury. Penguins with another great scoring chance. Armstrong with it behind. And we go to the scrum. Fury able to get it this time, but they're not able to clear as it's kept in by Star. He'll keep it on the backhand. That's a tough play to do. A great job there. Stopping a puck on your backhand, lifting it back in. The Fury were able to get control and fire it back around. Kaminsky pressured. It's knocked off of his stick, but right to Star, and back comes Wu. Wu into the offensive zone, left-hand side, carrying around, dangling, working it back in front, off Carter. Carter's shot blocked. Comes free to Wu, his backhander into the paraphernalia of the Fury goaltender.
Good quick up play, a little dangerous. Kaminsky, I was like, oh. Executes the D-to-D, and then a nice off-the-wall pass to Wu, and this line was off to the races again. A couple good chances earlier, just off of some down-low battle work. Penguins seem to, we talked about, right, a little bit of life. They seem to have a little bit of more pep in their step here the last few shifts after that goal by Evans.
You said it takes one.
Yep.
It takes one to feel good. As they've cut the lead back to 1. Collisions behind the net. And the Fury fired out the center for Merlot. Merlot, the Penguins defenseman's been fantastic today. Off of a Fury stick, and in comes Evan White. White puts it to the corner. It'll be, I believe, Paris picking it up there. Picked up by the Fury and sent
may have hit the
screaming wide of
post.
the net. Possibly off the post. I got some stanchions in my way here as I'm doing the bob and weave to try to pick up the play. It's in behind the cage. Valella taps it around for Schub. He can't advance it here. It's back to the corner. As they peel out, firing one in front that's blocked.
A good game for the Pens here. This is battle tested along the boards, a lot of stick battles and body battles that they've had to try to win against this Fury team. It's good for them to be in games like this and engaged in a different style of hockey here, as this Fury team's a real competitive, gritty team.
Merlot powers through, but has the puck knocked off of his stick, and that horn will kind of rescue the Penguins here at the end of the second.
Yeah, there was nothing pretty about the end of this period with that shift. Battles, I don't know if it's the ice is getting beat up a little bit, but a lot of board battles, as I mentioned, stick battles, clogged up play a little bit and along the boards, and attention to detail in those battle situations for these guys to be committed to playing this style, inch their way back into this game. 4-3, Jeremy, same as last period at the end, had some momentum going, picked it up, and scored with a minute and a half left, and we'll see if they can continue as they did in the second period, scoring right away.
Yeah, the Penguins, I think the Fury kind of a little bit more of an even second period. They had some good zone time, good chances. Hanner was able to come up with a couple big saves. The ones that have gotten by have been, he's moving backdoor taps, things like that are really tough for
It's just
goaltender.
controlling those lulls in your game, right? And we talked about body language, we talked about momentum, and
And zone exits. I think
feeling
that
good,
that last shift there was a lot of, unable to kind of
bouncing.
unable to really get the puck, snapping passes to get it out, trying to, just get it over the blue line instead of get it out with control. So
Execution, buddy, execution.
and not like the
Amazing.
electric chair kind.
Yeah, that may be in our future still.
This might be the Pantene Pro V line here, as it looks like Realsy growing some flow as well. Evans started the flow grow over the summer. Filiaggi has always had the flowing locks from behind the helmet.
Oh.
You team him up with Ofterhide's lion-esque mane and Julius out here. Like, we could get like some Pantene Pro V sponsorships for these boys.
Oh, here we go. Quick break.
Real into the zone, cutting to the middle. He'll shoot one that's high and over the net. It'll be kept in on the opposite wing by Evans, who looks for Real. Skips past his stick. Filiaggi with the forecheck, but back come the Fury out through center. It'll be a 2-on-1. Sending it cross ice. Shot in. Kept out by Hanner. Rebound loose, and it's under the glove of the Penguin goaltender. And the Pens are going to get a penalty.
They might be getting a penalty.
It'll be a slash.
We didn't like that little
Tap by Hanner. A little tap by Hanner, and the Pens are going to get a penalty. I mean, all that in front, and you get a...
He's telling Coach Conway, I did not like that little chop at the end. Everything else, cool up until that point. Hanner was absolutely pancaked in front trying to gather that puck. I don't know if guys were pushed on him or kid just came in to try to get a loose puck and fell on him, but nonetheless, a player from the ice must serve this penalty.
It's like it'll be 11 Real.
Real will come and sit down for a minute and a half, and
Greg Conway explaining how there are two teams on the ice, and the other team is capable of committing penalties. We've seen a few. They just haven't called them. Evans will take the face-off. Wins it, but only able to get it to the half wall. And the Fury will set things up in the Pens zone. A shot comes in from the outside that's kept out.
oh, crease violation.
I mean,
Net-
on that one,
oh,
the
the
tough
net-
part
net-
on that
net-
one is
net came
Hanner
off.
had the puck covered for a while.
Yeah.
And then they kept the play going, and he actually picked up his glove to see if he actually had it, and he did. And it took until then for the whistle, and that's when the scrum occurs, as White will peel off the face-off with the puck, and it'll be into the corner for Starr.
And you can see that Fury on these power play opportunities is smart, but
Oh, they're very smart,
setting it up
well-coached.
and looking
Yep.
for these seam backdoor little right there
There
again.
it is. Yep. Probably had a pretty good view of that one on the
Here it is again.
on the feed. Down low, back out front. This one tapped by Evans, and he's
Oh.
able to get it out to center ice. 50 seconds left on the penalty kill.
There it is.
Evans
Good
with
stick.
another tap. Able to get it, but not clear it all the way down.
Well, they're eating up some valuable seconds on this power play here for the Fury. Good sticks in the neutral zone.
As White carries in, and he'll set things up for the Fury. Back to the point. A nice backwards tap as it comes all the way across to Campbell. He'll wind and fire one wide of the cage. Starr knocked down on the play. Evans will get there. He'll get it back out to center again, but no further.
if you get
Penguins
a
will get
change.
one guy off. It'll be Evans for Wu as White carries it back in. Wu, a really good penalty killer for the Penguins. Big and strong, super fast, good with the stick. The Penguin knocked down on the side of the net. Back comes Real. Penguins have killed off the third Fury power play here. One of which, the 5-on-3, the Fury scored late on. It's the difference in the game right now. A 1-goal Fury lead as Real picks it up, and he'll fly out through center. He's got Wu going with him as he carries wide. chips it behind, is able to avoid the interference and get it in the corner. He's knocked down on the play. Play carries on as Wu battles in behind. It'll ultimately be Real coming away with it. Sends it to the point for Ofterhide. Back to Real. He'll wind and fire one wide of the cage. Off of a stick, picked up by Wu. Reversed around to, I think that's Carter. Stopping and starting, centering for Wu, and he can't get the shot through. Armstrong flying off the bench, breaks up the Fury breakout, and the Penguins are in on sides. It's Armstrong. To the corner he goes. Penguins bank it in behind the cage where it's picked up by the Fury and sent out to center. They'll go indirect off the boards looking for O'Hara. On sides and no icing to the corner of the Penguin zone it goes.
Intensity picking up here. A little. Pens aren't happy, not getting some calls. You can kind of feel that brewing in the building right now.
It'll be sent across for Julius up to Armstrong. Armstrong taps it in and the Pens will look for a line change. It'll be Sproul with the pressure. His pressure forces the turnover to Paris, but it's out at center. Battle along the wall that's picked up by Paris. Nice toss D to D there, and Kaminsky finds Shub cutting in the seam. A nice break-in feed there from Kaminsky. Battle on the half wall that we don't know what's happening.
We literally have no clue.
And it'll be the Fury coming away with it. Paris gets a stick to it, and it's forced back behind the net, where the Fury will try the blind side again. They're able to get it all the way out the center. Paris turns it back to Shub. He cuts to the middle, knocked down on the play, and lofted out the center where the Fury have somebody hanging out behind the Penguins defense for a shot and a glove by Hanner.
And a little change. Fury, the weak side winger, just kind of snuck in behind and so close to almost being gone. Pens kind of identified him a little bit late, and then once they got on him, a bouncing puck, able to keep him the outside.
I'm going to need to wear 2 pairs of shoes for this.
Yeah, I did not dress accordingly.
I forgot a coat.
It's so nice.
I'm wearing Paris's coat.
I'll say this, it's literally nicer outside than it is in here. And of course we are in a hockey rink, but it is December, so you'd expect it to be a little bit different. But
it'll be Evans carrying up the outside, tapping it in behind for himself. And he's able to work it over to Filiaggi before it's knocked off of their sticks into the corner. And banked off the boards back out the center. It'll be Julius defending Smith, who's able to actually get control and pop it all the way into the Penguins' end. Ofterhide will pick it up there, stopping and turning. He'll turn twice and actually rim it to the other side. Real will get there. He'll pick things up. He looks for Julius. It's in his feet, and it'll be icing if it's far enough. It is not. Pressure along the boards, cleared out by the Fury. All the way down to the Pens' end. Again, no icing. As Starr picks up the puck. Starzy rims it around, but right to a Fury forward, who crashes down, gets all of Jake Starr, and he's not happy about it because that's a painful endeavor. Wu drives in, leaves it to Kaminsky.
Play.
It's a great play, just doesn't connect.
Good job by Kaminsky to read that as kind of the second wave. Pens were in a little bit of a change there. That's the play, middle lane drive and find that high spot.
I love that it's a defenseman who found that high slot there. That's a good read by him as Wu picks it up behind the net. So the Penguins with some pressure here, getting it out to Starr. He'll turn and fire one. A bouncing puck heads wide of the cage. Wu to it. It's tapped by the Penguins, but kept in at the blue line briefly by Starr. Carried out by Campbell, who's able to bank it off the boards into the Pens' end where Kaminsky will get control. He'll find Armstrong. Armstrong into the offensive zone, right-hand side, working. Sends it behind the cage. Be picked off by the Fury, but now we're going to get another penalty, this one on Armstrong. So the Pens back to the penalty box for the 4th time in this game. 4-0 the calls. You don't see a lot of games like that. I guess the Chicago Fury could be renamed the Halos. the Angels. Angels in the outfield.
Got a slash. Is just a stick-on-stick kind of play. Maybe too much coming down on the stick. Not much of a penalty, but it was right in front of the ref, and he made the call here. And so they're gonna have to. Oh! Here we go.
Oh, right into trouble, and the Pens now in trouble, as it'll be a 4-on-1 behind. They were almost able to escape there with the puck, but it was turned back by the Fury. Now the Fury will set things up. Firing one, looking to go cross feed. It'll be blocked by the Pens, picked up by Paris. He's pressured, and the Fury will take over at center ice. Paris back to the puck, trying to center one, able to work it out to center, where the Fury will need to regroup. It's Foyt with the puck. His pass broken up by Merlot, who quickly flips the switch to forward. He's knocked down on the play and he's injured. Oh, he got tripped up. Got a stick in the skates as he tried to drive the Fury zone, and he's down and hurt. He's a tough kid too.
I didn't see what happened there. Merlot having an awesome game today, skating unbelievable.
I worry about these kind of injuries.
Winded.
I think he stepped on a skate.
His leg just slid out from underneath him and up on his feet here. Now Merlot's had a strong game right now for this team. You hope the young man's okay. I think early in the season, where were we? In Chicago, I believe. Merlot had an ankle injury. Missed a couple games there. Trying to get it back together as the Fury's going for this Conway face-off lineup. That's White over on the far side of the ice.
Filiaggi takes the draw, takes a bit of a cross-check up high afterwards. Banked in behind, it'll be picked up behind the net by Ofteride, cleared around, not out. Foyt keeps it. The Fury set up on the power play inside of 30 seconds. Foyt possessing, rims it back to the corner. The Fury come off the wall, sending it backside. Hanner there with a big stop, sliding across to make the save. The Fury able to delay enough to carry it in onside. Pops free to the opposite side. They'll shoot one off the post. It stays out. Shot caught and gloved by Hanner. And with 6:36 to play, the Penguins have just killed off the penalty. So 5-on-5 action here, trailing 4-3.
We get another post there and dodge a bullet here. 1-goal game, Jeremy, and big kill. See if they can get some good feelings going after that.
As Real sends it out to center, it's picked up by the Fury. They'll try to enter the Penguin zone. Real there in back check position. Kaminsky to the corner, rimmed around. It'll be Evans. Poking it free, but picked off by the Fury, and they'll keep it in the Penguins' end. Starr just wins a battle, and he'll carry it up the right.
Oh,
Real is in offsides. Real, that breakout coming to the right, and Real takes off. He's the right wing there. That's
either go up ice to the far blue or get out of his way as Starr was coming with a head of steam. But you know, that toe drag move at the line as Real kind of was coming back over to his side of the ice in support, went offside just in front of him. Merlot back out there. Merlot's back out there. Evans almost picked that off.
Kept in by the Penguins. Down low to Evans. He's body checked. No call as the Fury come back. I think because it wasn't against the boards, they didn't want to call it. Real drives in on sides. Cuts back behind Evans. Shoots one behind. Penguins not spreading out on those 2-on-2s. They're driving right behind each other.
Yeah.
Ofteride will pick it up. He'll tab it over to Filiaggi. He'll find Evans. Evans through center. finds Real streaking into the offensive zone. It's off of his stick. And nobody there in support, and back comes the Fury all by themselves as Evan White in, tries the 5-hole, stopped and covered by Hanner. What a save. Remember that, a 2-on-0. Hanner gets the save and covers the rebound.
Yeah, everyone just got hypnotized by that play or that pucker. And on the flip side of it, Real with a nice job shading over. If he corrals that puck, he splits the D, he's gone.
Yeah.
Just unable to get it. Fury defender doing a good job getting body on body, boxing him out, and then come the other way, a 2-1-0 breakaway.
Worked in behind by the Fury. Kaminsky battling, frees it up, it'll be Wu. Wu off of a skate of Carter. The pass was sort of knocked him to the ice. It'll be the Fury coming back in. It's White feeding one in front that's kept out. Back to Evan White, who's able to just hammer one high short side and make it 5-3 Fury. They were kind of turning it up here. You feel it tilting the other way a little bit. Like I said, a couple pucks, like you said, a couple pucks just kind of unable to get corralled off of sticks, cutting behind each other, kind of packing in a little bit. The Fury doing a good job spreading out. They were able to pick up that loose puck and right on the stick of White.
Yeah, it's just a board battle again. They scored a couple goals like that, just, a little grind in the corner and coming out of the corner with the puck and creating chances off of that.
Valella's pass picked off, and back come the Fury. Sproul ties him up. Picked up by the Fury defense and sent in on Hanner, who makes the stop.
A little bit more jump off of puck battles or 50 pucks. Fury are just jumping on a little bit quicker with a little bit more intent in their game. Intent on getting chances towards the net, so.
See if the Pens can get it back here. They got 4 minutes to do it. We've seen them score in quick succession before. Fury fired in behind. It'll be off the right to Filiaggi. Filiaggi off the boards for Evans. Real firing up at center. Evans will bank it off the boards as he couldn't get it through Real. And we've got a penalty, or we've got a call, but I have no idea what it is.
He blew the whistle.
They're going to call a body check even though the Penguins had the puck.
So even when they do get a call, it's against their favor as they were streaking up the ice with Real and Evans. Doing a great job chipping pucks to his speed down the wall. That being said, 4 minutes left in this game, Jeremy, a minute and a half power play. Get within one. Seen crazier things happen with this team this year, pulling goalies and creating chances.
It'll be Ofterhide to Julius. Looking for Evans in front off of a Fury stick. Tap back out the center. It'll be the speedy Evan White. It'll be a 2-on-1 unless Filiaggi can catch up. Over to Campbell, and he'll tuck it in glove side. A short-handed tally. 6-3. Fury.
Evan White has absolutely done a number on the Pens today. Big, strong, nice skating player here for the Fury, and I think he's contributed an assist or if not scored almost every goal.
Yeah.
On every goal they've had here. So power play continues. We'll see if they can still get one here.
Brody Carter in a battle on the boards at center ice. Be Wu. Wu trying to dig it out. So now Carter. Carter will get possession. Gaining the offensive zone, driving to the outside. And over by Wu. Back to the point. Nice read there as Wu found Kaminsky, who sends one a couple feet outside the cage. Back to Wu. He'll pull the trigger. That's blocked. Lifts in behind the net. Armstrong will pick it up there. Do we see a Trevor Zegras moment? How about that goal, huh?
Could you imagine?
Worked in front and cleared by the Fury.
I think we'll see someone try that. These kids, they love that stuff. They love that stuff.
Short-handed Campbell in. He'll hit the post. As Big Ben strikes about 3 or 4 now. White with the puck. Ever dangerous. curling through the zone, firing it off the pad of Hanner. Short-handed action here for the Fury as their penalty will now expire. It's back to 5v5 hockey. Guo from the point. Fires it over Hanner's head, picked up by Starr. He'll stop and start, loses an edge. And the Fury will pick it back up. It's O'Hara cutting to the middle. Defended nicely by Sproul. Back to the point. Back to O'Hara, picked up by Wu, who's got his pocket picked. Back behind the net, Wu stays with the puck. He's able to get control on the opposite side and make a nice pass to Armstrong, who streaks up through center. Banking it in behind the Fury defense. He'll be back in to get it into the corner. Possessed by Wu now. To the front, Villela knocked down and cleared by the Fury. Merlot with the puck. He'll go up to Villela. He gains the offensive zone, but turned back by the Chicago Fury as they'll dump it in, no icing. Paris to the puck. Over to the half wall to Shub. Paris will end up getting possession and blazing out through center.
There's a good play.
Nice job possessing, getting it back for the shot by Sproul. Rebound in front, and what a save.
He got to the rebound as he was mugged trying to do it, and just sprawled out with a great save right there. I like that play by Paris, kind of 1-on-2, drags everyone over, then pulls up and finds a guy coming in late for a good chance at the net, and Sproul's almost there to do a little tap in.
Are they actually demolishing the building while we're in it?
What was that?
I have no idea. It sounded like a...
Did the speaker blow, or did...
I don't know. Maybe they were firing up the Zamboni.
Yeah.
Penguins working the puck. It'll be Shub looking for Sproul. He'll go into the corner. Battling there, working with it. Can't see what's going on. We'll make some things up. I think somebody has a camping stove out. They're going to cook up some oatmeal for breakfast. And we'll get a whistle. Not sure for what.
I was just thinking it'd be brutal to be a ref out here. They'll continue probably a ref in all the games here, but when you get a chance to warm up, right, Jeremy? Like,
it is cold.
It's cold.
Biliagi leans over the dot as we're inside of 20 seconds to play in the game. Looks like the Penguins will fall in the opener of the Detroit Challenger Series. Biliagi winding and firing one. Real to the rebound, taps it wide of the cage. As time ticks down, Real loses control and the horn will sound. So we'll be back here in just a few hours. I think a 4:30 tilt against the Chicago Mission, who just tied Caesars. So
doesn't get any easier.
It does not get easier, but that's what you want. You want a good, tough game to come back from. You come back from this, you match up, you get another good, hard one. So we'll be back here 4:30. Join us, Cinnamon Swirl TV. Producer Nick Paris, cameraman Chris Merlot, color commentation by Colby Armstrong, and your play-by-play man Jeremy Evans. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.